Hi there, and welcome to a rather dreary edition of By the Waterside. Today I'm down at Lovelace Fisheries in Betherston. Lovelace Fisheries is a 3-acre lake set on the outskirts of the village Betherston in Kent. Stocked with Mark Simmons strain carp up to £20, there are plenty of backup doubles to go for. There are 19 swims on this lake, and every swim has a feature to go for, whether that be the 4 islands that you can see, or underwater features such as gravel bars and trenches. The lake's never normally quite busy, but it's on a pre-booking basis only, so give Gareth a call or log on to the website for more information. Okay, so for the tackle, again I'm going to be using my commercial rods. Again, 10-foot float rod, reel, £6 mainline this time. For the rig, got a straight waggler. I've attached that with a little bit of silicone, a little bit of float rubber, so I can move it up and down, adjust the depth if I need to. Just a couple of shots in the middle. Size 8 super specialist hook, nice and simple. On the carp rod, again bait rudder reel, £10 mainline. We're using essentially the same rig that I used down at Manor Fisheries last week. A little basic claw rig, running inline pair. Again, down here there's no fixed leads or bolt rigs, but I've added the addition of a little buffer bead just so it runs really smooth. That's a size 8-quarter long, quarter curve shank, and I'd say that's roughly about 1.5 inches of 15-pound end trap. Really short, so literally as soon as the fish pick it up, they're into the weight and they're hooked. Right, so we'll have a look at the bait. Okay then, so for bait, on the float rod for loose feed, it's nice and simple. Just a few halibut pellets, hemp, corn, maggots, luncheon meat. Just all manner of goodies, just to get them feeding on the bottom. And on the hook, just going to be using luncheon meat, bit of sweet corn. I might even swap to maggots if I get desperate. For the carp bait today, again I'm going to be using PVA bags with crushed up halibut pellets. And on the hook, she's got 2 little fake grains of corn from Enterprise Tackle. But the one thing I'm going to be using today is this stuff. It's the new goo from Corda. This is the Perfect Peach Power Smoke. I've read up a little bit of the know-how on the Corda website, and to be honest, it looks really good. So we'll give it a go today and we'll see what happens with it. But I'll take you back to my house now. We'll go into a little bit more detail about the new Corda goo. Okay then, so the new goo, how do we use it and where does it come from? Stuff originates from South Africa. The chaps that were using it had only ever won 1 individual silver. By 2011 they'd already won 4 straight gold medals, so this speaks louder than words can. Developed by Kiana Carp, this stuff's used by Corda, and Ian Huntington's the guy behind it for the UK manufacturing. Flavour I got today is Perfect Peach, but there are other flavours: pineapple, raspberry plum, corn twist, and they all come in different smoke intensities. But what I'll let you do is, if you want more information on this stuff, log on to www.corda.co.uk and you can get more information. So for now, what I'll do is I'll show you how I use it. So what we've got today is the same rig I'm going to be using. Just basic claw rig. A small PVA bag. A few of your crushed up halibut pellets. Stick a little bit in the bottom. Nice and easy. I'm sure you all know how to make up a PVA bag. Right. And get the lead weight in there. Just let the bait hang off the top. Get a few more pellets in there. And then what I'll do is you can apply this stuff directly to your hook baits. But what I tend to do when I'm using PVA bags is I'll put the hook bait in first. And then I'll put a little glug just on top of the hook baits. Just like that. And fill the rest of your PVA bag up. Get as much in there as possible. Okay then. So we just need to tie the PVA bag up now. Give it a little whack. Just get it all nice and compact. A little twist. Bit of saliva just to stick it to the tubing. And obviously you want to make it aerodynamic. So just grab your corners and lick them down. And there's your little PVA bag with some goo in it. But what I like to do is put some of the goo on the outside of the bag as well, and I've affectionately named it the goo bag. Sounds wrong, but it works. So just get a little bit on the outside. Don't have to have too much, you can cover the entire bag if you like, it's fine. There we go. And that's your bag done. Now what we'll do is we'll get a close up on the tank and I'll show you how it works. Okay then, so let's have a look at what it looks like underwater. Now the bag's made up and the goo's on the outside. You cast out and bang. And straight away you can see that the goo's working already. It's all coming off the bag and it's leaking. Your bag starts to open up. The PVA starts to melt. And look at all that attraction. And slowly it melts. And what you're going to be left with is a nice bed of bait with 2 grains of corn stuck in the middle, surrounded by goo. Looks absolutely fantastic. How can any carp resist that? So now that you know what it does, let's put it to the test and get fishing.